We're actually passing up the Evo today to go with the 944. We haven't talked about this thing in a long time or driven it. So, since the last time it's been on the channel, put the exhaust on it actually. So you can see exhaust right there. So basically why I didn't record it was me and Jason did it in his garage in his basement. So, you know, as we all know, I can't record at his house. We did that so we could actually be warm and properly do it up and have light and all that other stuff. But basically what we did was we took like adapters and stuff and just basically fitted them together and clamped them down. The exhaust actually ended up a little bit longer than what it's supposed to. So you might hear in the video today when I go for a drive, this actually vibrates and like rubs up against the back there. So that's a bit annoying. Another thing is I've been trying to keep this thing alive, the battery anyway. So every single day or every other day or something like that, I've been starting it, letting it idle for a little bit, just charge the battery up. That way it doesn't die, because it's a real pain when it dies, because then I have to either jump it or take the battery out and then reset all the clocks and everything, and it's annoying. So anyway, let's go ahead and give her a start up now. There is still a lot of leaks with the exhaust. It is not anywhere near where I want to be. However, an actual proper exhaust should be coming decently soon. Whenever I get the time to and money to actually pull this into a garage and properly do it up, like engine and everything. But let's go and start her up here. Nice little cold start. See, it wasn't happy about that either. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's let her warm up here, then we'll go for a drive. Definitely way more rattles and vibrations and little imperfections in this car than the Evo. Honestly, I really don't get any in the Evo, but this car, there's a lot. Rear hatch is rattling right now. You can kind of hear the dashboard rattling a little bit. Or right above 2 grand, the exhaust is, that's when that rattles. But straight away, driving this after the Evo, one thing, there's a couple of things that are very different. So first off, it feels like you're sitting way lower to the ground in this, even though the ride height on the Evo is lower. This feels lower to the ground, like I'm sitting lower in the car. Another thing is that in this, the steering is way less direct. There's the exhaust. Honestly though, this car still feels really, really good to drive. It's just, it needs some tires, like proper tires. I need to get different wheels for it so I can actually get proper tires for it. I need to do the suspension over that front left. Oh, this is hard. That front left, that really hurt my shoulder. That front left shock is still shot. I have a shot absorber instead of a shock absorber. That ball joint is also going as well. So I need to replace those two things in the front left. The back left brake caliper is a little C, so I need to rebuild that as well. But other than platform-wise, it's beautiful. I mean, the steering, like I said, is a little indirect and everything, but it's heavy and indirect. But it's a 1986 car with no power steering, so what can you expect? This has a lot of body roll compared to the Evo. Evo's suspension is way stiffer. Granted, it's also on coilovers too. It's not the stock suspension, but yeah. Exhaust leak is so bad. Honestly, that's the thing that bothers me about this car the most, is the exhaust leak. Like, I know that the fact that the engine burns oil and leaks oil and everything else, but the exhaust leak is the bit that bothers me the most. Definitely is nowhere near as fast as the Evo, but it still feels good. I love this section of road. Wish I wasn't following this F-150. That vibration is also very bad. That's kind of a new developed vibration. Also, kind of another thing I was thinking about was also kind of, so Porsche is actually releasing, from what I've heard, a Cayman GT4 RS, like a Rennsport version of the GT4. So like, you take like a normal Cayman, make it a little bit more driver focused, track oriented, and then make a lighter, more powerful version of that. That's the RS. I was thinking about maybe kind of doing it with this, because the Cayman is the new version of the 944, so maybe I could do like a 944 GT4 RS build. That would be really freaking cool. That would take a lot more time and a lot more money and a lot more effort and research and everything, but I'm really thinking about it. I think that would be awesome. Do some sort of like aero, like splitter canards, diffuser, make it lighter somehow. There's a person stopped in the middle of the road, something like that. I'm gonna need to change gear now, but yeah, maybe do something like that. I think that would be sweet. Basically just upgrade the NA engine. I wouldn't turbo it or anything, because all the, like the GT4 RS and the GT4 are not turbocharged. I don't think actually, yeah, the 718s are turbocharged. I don't think the new GT4s are, though. The old GT4 definitely wasn't. The GT3 also is not turbocharged. I'm not a big fan of the Porsche turbocharged engines, to be honest with you. I would rather have the NA 9000 RPM flat 6. That's just my opinion. So that's kind of what I want to do with this, you know, upgrade the actual engine instead of like adding a turbo or something like that. else you notice in this car versus the Evo, everything is way closer to you. Like the mirrors are right there. Whereas in the Evo, they're like way up there. So yeah, like everything in this car is way closer to you. And like the dashboard is way shorter. It just feels like everything is more like sports car, race car type of thing, not really like a sedan turn into a race car, which is kind of what the Evo is. Well, it's sedan turned into a rally car. Also recently, I don't think I recorded any part of it, but I properly cleaned this car inside and out. Now the floor on this side is a little dirty. The exterior is also a little dirty now because I did have to drive it in the rain while the Evo was down, unfortunately. But I mean, that side's perfectly clean. It's looking beautiful. I also need to reupholster those seats. They are atrocious. That's another thing I need to do: repaint and reupholster. Is not bad. It's just nowhere near as direct as the Evo. You can still feel everything. You still know how much you need to turn in. It's just you need to turn in a lot harder than you do in the Evo. Or in, like, probably, I'm assuming, a GT4. I would love to experience a Cayman GT4 RS. That would be awesome. Because then that would be just like experiencing the new track version of this car. This car's got a long way to go before we can do that. I've got to actually properly do up the engine and rebuild that first and do all that other jazz first before I can think about actually upgrading the car. I have to fix it first. Which is honestly probably why I enjoy the Evo so much, because I don't have to really worry about fixing stuff. I can just kind of upgrade it, which is super nice.
Feels really good. It really does.
See you guys next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any comments in the comment section if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do with the 944, like build wise, if that GT4 idea is a good idea. This sun is incredibly bright. 944, still love it, still gonna keep it, still gonna drive it. You guys will see more on it soon. I got some stuff I need to